Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Welcome to this July monthly reading. Welcome to the channel if this is your first time. Sagittarius, welcome. I have oracle cards, Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards. We're going to jump into your reading to start with an oracle card first. Let's just get a little preview of the energy that we're working with for your July monthly reading. We have transform limits. Allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. And your affirmation could be, for the month of July, I change my life with ease. Transform limits. Allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. And your affirmation, I change my life with ease. All right, Sagittarius, let's jump into your reading. I have the Tarot of Secrets, and it's really a large deck, so we're just going to shuffle right through here. I'm looking for the cards to organize in the Celtic cross. Very overall, good overall view. I like to do the Celtic cross for the monthly readings. So this is looking for the recent past. And I'm going to jump back and explain the cards that are pulled. Then we're looking for your current energy here. And I will come back and explain everything. And as I'm just laying cards down, tune into your intuition, tune into your energy. Where are you at? Where's your mind at? What are you thinking about? Let's see if we can kind of tap in and tune into that. And the final outcome. It's really nice. At the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is an indication that you're moving in your energy. It's actually attributed to the sign of Leo, but it's fire. So it's your energy, and you're just moving on your passions. You're moving towards your passions. You're moving towards maybe a person, a place, or a thing that you're really excited about. And you're just wanting to go in there. It doesn't always indicate commitment. It usually indicates non-commitment, and it generally gets a little bit of a label of like a player energy. And so whatever it is that you're looking at, you're not interested maybe in making a forever thing out of it. You're just wanting to, I'm getting this sense that it's like an art class. I don't want to be a painter, but I want to try a painting class. I don't necessarily want to work there, but I'd like to audit, the day, maybe spend some time shadowing somebody that does work there. I'm interested in what it is that this situation's all about, but I'm not interested in committing myself to it. So Knight of Wands, bottom of the deck. And then your recent past, it's the Fool. Now, this is a major arcana attributed to the sign of Aries, which is your fire cousin. And the Fool energy is really representative of starting fresh, starting over. This is your recent past. And this was you being the Fool. And it doesn't mean in intelligence. It is very much about energy of I'm willing to start fresh and start over and start again and pretend like I've never been hurt before, and I just want to take risks and try new things. It's, you can't really be the Knight of Wands if you're not willing to also be the Fool, because you have to jump in and you've got to start fresh and you've got to pretend like you're not jaded by any previous experiences. You're just jumping in as, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to start over. And it's an Aries energy. So it's like the beginning. I'm starting at the very square number one. I'm not starting as an expert. I'm starting as I am a novice and I want to learn my way. And it's a card 0. It's not even a number. It's the beginning. Before it, they really say about the Fool, it's before that we had a physical form. We had the Fool energy, spirit. It's in spirit. It's inspired, action-oriented energy. So that's where you came from, Sagittarius. Your current energy, where you're at right now in this moment, in the month of July, as this reading starts to open, it's the 10 of Cups. This is like blissed out energy. You are like, if you just feel like everything has fallen into place for you, all your emotional cups are full of something. You're brimming, you're overflowing, you have satisfaction. It is emotional, it's just emotional bliss. This is your current energy. I don't know how you can get better than this. 10 of Vases, 10 of Cups. It is emotionally fulfilled. Your challenge, it's more water energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, but it's maybe even a Scorpio. It's water energy, and it's challenging your blissed out energy, because there are some things you don't know. There are some secrets. There is some mysteries. There is something in your emotional world that feels like a veil is over it. And like you don't know how to get through the veil. There's like something feels mysterious, and it's not for you to know right now. That's the way it's really coming through. That's the challenge. Sagittarius, you're an adventurous, go, 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 action oriented. The challenge is this emotional, I don't know, stagnancy. And you're not really fond of that. So I can see why that would be challenging. You just want to like, hey, if everything's good, I just want to be good. But then there is this emotional element of you're good, but there are some things that you don't know. There are the veil of secrecy is over the situation. Whatever's making you feel so happy and so content. I certainly am not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, but there is something that you might feel that I don't know everything. I don't know about that person. If I'm dating somebody and this person like rocks my world, there are some things I don't know about them. Moon energy. If this job is like the buy all end all job, I finally am doing what I love to do. There is this veil of mystery that surrounds you about the job. You don't know all there is to know. This building that you bought, there might be some issues that you don't know about. This place that you've signed a contract with, you don't know the people inside the building that you have to work with. They might be toxic as hell. There are things you don't know, and that's the challenge. So you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it, right? What's on your mind is your energy. And this is Temperance. Temperance is it's Sagittarius energy. It has everything to do with moderation. The Temperance card is usually depicted with the Archangel Michael, who is the clearer of obstacles. If you are someone that believes in angels, the Archangel Michael will clear away obstacles so that you're able to kind of be in a really solid, secure place. This is on your mind. You're really on your mind. It's really important for you to be balanced, to be moderate. You're not to this or to that. You're just right. It always is very Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's the right bed. It's the right porridge. It's the right everything. It's just right. You just want kind of, I don't want hot or cold. I want moderate, temperate. Under the surface is the Two of Coins. This is about balance. And it feels like you're juggling things in your physical reality. I always go back to the Two of Coins, makes me think of a saying that I used to say quite a bit, that you can only really be excellent at one thing. When you add two things, now you're going to be pretty good at both of those things. But when you add a third thing to the table, now you're going to be just mediocre at all three. Because when you have to juggle things, this is a coin, this is a pentacle, this is something in your physical reality, something that involves your time, your effort, your energy, your money, your health, your wealth. And it's requiring you to balance that with something else in your physical reality. I'm going to give an example: your relationship and your work. I have to keep both of those balls in the air really fair and square, because if I start to put more energy into my work, my relationship either is going to bark at me or it's going to suffer. Or if my relationship's too high, my work is going to start to suffer because I'm staying up late, we're getting up early, and my job is going to pay the price. So there is some sort of an imbalance or a juggling act that you're not trying to let it affect you, but it does. It does affect you. It's under the surface. You're trying to act like you've got it all under control, but Sagittarius, something is requiring you to keep those balls, moderate. Maybe that's what this moderation, temperate energy is all about. As you move into the future, there's the Ace of Coins. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh, new opportunity. It is something, again, in your physical reality. It's a job. It's, hey, let's get our health under control. Let's save money. Let's work on our future. Let's do some stocks and portfolios. It's Ace of Coins, something presented to you, an offer, an opportunity, a job offer. It could be the start of a new relationship growing legs. We've had the emotional connection for some time, and now we're deciding, let's plant some roots. It's a seed. It's like, let's put this seed in the ground and let's plant this. Let's secure this. Let's tie it down. Maybe it's a ring. You've presented an engagement ring to your love. Maybe you're trying to look at, let's buy a house. Let's look at a home together. Something in the physical reality new. It's in your future. Okay. So July could have a lot going on for you, Sagittarius. In your external energy, something outside of you. It's not you, but it's the Knight of Coins. So we were dealing with all these coins over here, physical reality. The Knight is moving towards a goal, some destination, in as far as, I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to have my blood pressure at this point. It's a physical goal for your health. It's a physical goal for, I want to have $10,000 in the bank by the end of the year. I want to have some stocks and portfolios that I'm investing in. I'm moving towards a goal, a destination. I want to own a house in this area of the city that I live in. That's your goal. It's something outside of you. It's a person, place, or thing. They are the ones that have the goal. They affect you because they're like your partner or your boss, somebody, and their Knight of Coins energy affects you. They are wanting to do something and they're moving really slowly towards it. It might make you anxious because you're fire. This is like slow molasses out of a jar. And watching this might drive you insane because you are like, if you want something, go get it, Knight of Wands. And this person is like, oh no, I'm going to take my sweet time getting to that destination. So outside of you, someone is moving towards their goals, but they're doing it like it's taking forever. Your energy internally right now is the Knight of Swords. You are feeling like you need to have a conversation. You need to communicate with somebody about the way that you feel, and you're moving towards that. You are starting to feel like you're organizing your thoughts, you're getting your information, you're collecting all of your facts, so that when you finally sit down with that person or approach that person or go towards that conversation, you're going to have all your facts and your figures and your strategies. You're going to have it all played out in your mind. If I sit down and I tell them this, what if they say this? You're going to have a response for whatever they could say. So you're deciding mentally, in your mind, cerebrally, coming to a conclusion that a conversation needs to happen. We need to have that talk. Maybe that's the talk that you give them the engagement ring. Maybe this is the talk that is going to determine whether you continue working at that place or not. There is going to be a talk, and you're moving towards it in the month of July. It's an important talk. Your hopes and your fears. It's the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords as a hope is that I hope all of this emotional backstabbing, betrayal, people talking behind my back, people trying to stab me in the back, all of this crap, this always gives me the vibes of like a toxic friend group or a toxic workplace. And you think that you are walking in just to do your job and go home. But it turns out everybody has been discussing Sagittarius when Sagittarius wasn't looking, wasn't expecting that. They didn't know that everybody was constantly keeping your name alive in their little gossip circle. That's how this energy always comes through to me, as a hope. It would be Sagittarius hoping that it's over, it's done. I'm not working in that place anymore, so it's not going to affect me anymore. I hope that everybody gets a life and takes my name out of their mouth and is able to just clear my energy from their energy. I have a fear also that that's not the case. I have a fear that this is never going to end. I have a fear that no matter where I go or what I do, because I am who I am, people are going to always find a way to gossip about me behind my back. So it's a hope and a fear, Ten of Swords. It's a completion of a communicative cycle, but it does have to do with betrayal and, some negativity and some heavy energy behind it. So we hope that it would be over and done. It's a 10, it's complete, but we fear that it's not, that it's like an ongoing thing that we're dragging around in our backpacks with us. Your final outcome is the Nine of Cups. This is the Nine of Vases, and it's emotional. You started off the reading with the 10 of Vases, the 10 of Cups, emotional bliss and satisfaction and fulfillment. The 9, it's a step just below that. It's wish fulfillment. Your wishes, all of your emotional, like if you could put a vase up for every wish in your heart that you've ever had, the 9 says, I've stacked up all those beautiful vases, and I'm standing up on the mountain looking down. I have everything I could possibly want. I've wished and I've hoped and I've prayed for all these things, and I have them. I have a beautiful relationship. I have a wonderful job that satisfies me. I have a great family, a supportive friend network. My wishes are fulfilled. In the month of July, it looks like overall there's really positive, pleasant energy. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot and get just an extra last layer to see what else we can pull out for the sign of Sagittarius. King of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Again, we had that at the bottom of the deck. So You definitely are this beautiful master of your passions and your energy. You are this very elite, good-looking, charismatic, influential. You speak really well. People follow you. People want to follow you, Sagittarius. And where you're currently at in your situation in the month of July is you're in love. You're in love, or you are falling in love, or you're thinking about falling in love, but there is beautiful, spiritual, emotional depth going on. Maybe it's self-love. If it's not a person, then you are finally, for the first time in your life, feeling love for yourself. And you definitely are very passionate, very adventurously passionate. You are interested in, let's go, let's do this, let's get together, let's spend the night, let's go out for dinner, let's go and be passionate and romantic. And remember, I talked about it's not really commitment, but it is definitely you're in your feels, and you're in your, I'm going to say your sensuality is like through the roof. Your fire is lit for someone or something. Sagittarius, this is your reading. Please remember that I'm on TikTok and on YouTube, and your likes and your follows, your subscribes and your shares are very appreciated. Thank you very much for being a part of this channel. Be blessed and be well.